Reddit stories. Okay, don't forget this is the mic right here. Okay.
Okay.
So hopefully it's like good. Okay, so Reddit confession stories. What did you do at work or something, you know?
Okay.
I guess I'll go first, right?
Okay.
Story time. I don't know what story time is.
Take 2.
Confess your sins. What did you do at work which was wrong, but you don't agree at all?
No, regret it at all.
What did you do at work which was wrong, but you don't regret at all? Okay, I saw a thread which prompted a memory of something I did a long time ago. It was a situation where I did something wrong, but which I don't regret at all. This made me think, who else has a no regrets guilty confession they'd like to share? Please, no judgment in the thread, just some fun telling stories of things we'll hopefully never do again. Okay, so this is his story. Many years ago, I was working at a place at the IT managers with technical skills with 1,500 plus users. Both internet access and remote access was a crucial to the business running. I ran a team of half a dozen top people who loved their jobs and wanted nothing more than to do their best with what they had and support their colleagues to use their IT resources. They were proud of their work and their outcomes. I feel like I'm gonna need water. Oh my god! Oh, when I started there, however, I found that they had synchronous 1 gigabyte. Wait, is that? What is that? Yeah,
Gigabyte?
1 gigabyte. Okay, 1 gigabyte's internet connection, but it ran through an old bare metal Windows 2000 server. This server was acting as proxy filter, reverse proxy for hosting, and we hosted everything on site. Incoming VPN.
I don't know what a VPN or gigabyte. I'm kind of getting lost.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And see, when's he gonna get to the story? I don't need the background info. What the hell is EOL? EOS?
Should we move on to another one?
It's a whole essay.
Oh my god, it's a lot. Okay, another one. Okay, let's just read this one. We don't have the mental capacity for that.
Okay. I haven't read out loud since 5th grade.
That was a lot, bro. I'm already thirsty, bro.
There's water right there.
I'm not touching that, bro.
It's your own water bottle.
That is not mine. That's not mine. I swear. Okay. Okay, yeah, I should probably get water, because that is... Thank you.
Chug jug. What's that? Okay, you want me to read that one?
Okay, sure, go for it.
Had a lady get a new company phone to replace her somewhat new phone that had some issues. There was no issue. She just couldn't figure out how to fucking sign onto her email and made a huge stink about it. That's some old lady type shit right there. She never returned her old one. We found out through the grapevine she was letting her kids play with it when she confronted and denied everything and claimed she sent it back. Our management barely had a backbone of 99% of the time. She just ignored it, but it really rubbed me the wrong way because I had to fight to get new cell phones during my time with this company. So I went into our MDM console and gave it an enterprise wipe and set the setup lock /
You need to go back to school.
I do. To our company's address with the message that said, if I found, please return to XXXXXXXXX. About 2 days later, the phone mysteriously appeared in my inbox. No. F*** that lady.
Damn.
I had a seizure reading that.
In 2003, computers went from...
Bro,
I can't read. That's so embarrassing. Again, in 2003, computers went from vague Beige to black. And so black computers were seen as faster by our user base. You can see where I'm going with this. People would get jealous that they didn't have a black PC, so we painted a bunch of them black.
That's it?
That's it? Okay, I thought it was something else.
Oh god, okay. Many years ago, we were upgrading all remote laptops from XP to Win 7.
Windows 7.
I don't know, okay.
That's the old computer to Windows 7.
Via regular laptop rotation, we had a user who refused to switch laptops. We had sent him the new one and he never opened the box, so finally, after a few weeks of trying, I told him to just send the new one back. He complied. When I received it, I waited a few days and found him on the VPN with his XP machine connected to his C drive and renamed. It just not where we were back.
Oh no.
Here you go. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I renamed NTLDR to NTLDR old.
Yeah.
At that point, I used PSEZEC to kill the which an XP blue screen on the machine. Of course, he called and was freaked out because his PC crashed and wouldn't boot. We sent the new one back to him and closed the project. How am I supposed to understand any of this? Do you understand any of that?
Of course I do.
I'm not a tech person.
Okay, we should probably find something else.
Yeah, let's find some funny, like...
Okay, so... Okay, Reddit confession stories. Anonymous. I guess this one seems interesting. I have lied to my son about manatees.
Manatees.
Manatees? What is that?
It's like, you know those animals that live in the ocean and they're like, here.
No,
Fuck
that. I used my urine for a drug test for my uncle to get a job.
Okay.
Years ago, my uncle, who I was very close to, lost a long, well-paying career at a major computer company due to a meth addiction of it's always meth. His son, my cousin, is still my best friend to this day. After losing that job, my uncle spent about a year trying to find something comparable but couldn't. Eventually, he accepted a maintenance cleanup job at a local soft drinking bottling company in our hometown in Midwest. They offered him a job but required a drug test. This was back when you could apparently just bring in a urine sample from home, which feels wild in hindsight. He came to me and asked if I could provide the sample for him. I've never done drugs and never will. I've seen too much of the damage they cause, so I agreed and did it. He stayed at that company for 25 years. He was well liked and respected, and one of those people who had been there forever, you know? Knew everybody, knew everything about the place. He eventually kicked in meth after about 10 years, but replaced it with alcohol. He became a functional alcoholic and drank himself to sleep almost every night. Last year, his liver failed and he died. Damn. I was the one who had to tell my cousin that his dad was gone, which was one of the hardest things I've ever done. I got the call because the friend who found him didn't have my cousin's new number. Sometimes I wonder if I hadn't helped him back then, would he have still hit rock bottom sooner? Would things have turned out better or worse? I never know. And that question still sits with me. Either way, I do miss him. Super nice guy. Luckily, he was able to leave some money to his son, and he used it as a down payment on his house. He has never owned a house and has always rented. Damn, that was good. That was good.
So always use your urine to give your family members a job case.
I feel bad because I did not do that at all.
I was down in the schizophrenia.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh my god. Wait. Hear me out. Have ChatGPT summarize it.
No, that's the beauty of it. You have to read it.
Want to take turns?
Sure.
Okay. This year, after nearly 2 decades of...
Damn.
I was diagnosed with schizophrenia. I probably shouldn't have been terrified given I made it so long. Wait. I made it this long so far with no medication or mental support. But I do. It feels like I'm finally being forced to actually confront and put into concrete what I've been dealing with my whole life.
Okay.
Bro, you might be a hallucination right now.
Maybe. I've had hallucinations since I can remember, starting when I was about 6. Give or take, I started having frequent, extremely vivid hallucinations involving relatives dying, see animals swimming around my bedroom, being washed with cameras in the night, fires, paranoid creatures, most the typical things, and some odd ones. I remember being so confused and terrified as a kid, especially with the sea animals. They were my most common at the time, and everyone else around me being equally confused at why I was freaked out. Growing up, I was never brought to a psychiatrist or otherwise had anyone address them since my parents didn't believe in mental health. Holy okay.
When I was a teen, they got better for a while, less frequent. Maybe 3 large hallucinations a year. Around this time, they changed into things like my face being distorted or demonized in mirrors, car crashes, and screaming. One instance of a cat torn open and strewn across my kitchen, and paranormal animals. How do people live like that?
I don't know.
If I came in and Rigby was all over the floor, like guts everywhere, I would. I don't know what I would do. I'd scream. How do you live like that for 20 years? They didn't bother me much then. They were pretty sporadic. It was around this time that the paranoia also started. It felt so stupid to admit, but that's when I started having thoughts that people were watching me through my windows. I feel like that's some shit you would think.
Shut up.
Or that I was being hunted, or that my pets were skinwalkers.
That's you.
Hey, but Draco responds to it. He does, and you know that. Where was I?
Skinwalkers.
Who were going to kill me. I don't think Draco's gonna kill me. I still hold a lot of these paranoia thoughts today. I'll read that one too. It's small. Well.
Good.
When I was 20, it got better for a bit. 2 years with no major hallucinations, anything lasting more than a few seconds. I still had the paranoia thoughts, but I thought that was something everyone had, and to an extent I still do, but apparently not. One time, fun fact, I had sleep paralysis, and I looked at you, and you were staring at me like this. Like this.
Stop.
In your sleep. And I woke up and I was too scared to go back to sleep.
Anyways, my biggest question is the parent was able to see a kid go. See, he's perfectly fine. Mental health. You know, that's crazy.
Yeah.
5 months ago, hallucinations came back bad. I started having multiple a day. I still do. Nothing more than a few hours at most now, but I can't turn back in my kitchen without someone running up behind me, and I couldn't look out my windows at night without someone Wait, we read this one, right?
No.
Oh. 3 months ago, I mustered up the courage to see a psychiatrist after
Are you having hallucinations?
I actually told someone about this, and they told me I needed to get help while I still realized it wasn't real. Surprise, it's schizophrenia.
Yeah,
I know. No, really, I was shocked and wanted a second opinion. I still do. I don't know it. It just doesn't make any sense to me. When you hear schizophrenia and you think of someone completely crazy who can't function, but I function fine outside of my episodes.
What if he thinks he functions fine outside of his episodes? But in reality, he's in a white coat. Like this.
No, but how can he type this?
What if he's not?
Yeah, he is.
What if he had someone write his life story for him?
I know he is. This could be made up too. I don't know. I'm in med school. I have a job. I successfully take care of my pets as much as they scare me sometimes, and I've never been violent. I guess I just don't know what to think of it. I've been started on medication and it's helping, I think. I finally let my cats sleep in bed with me again tonight without being scared they'd kill me. And I'm in regular therapy with mental health improvement plan worked out. I guess I just didn't know where else to talk about this. I don't want anyone in my personal life knowing it's humiliating. I know I need to tell people, especially for my safety, and I regret the fact that I haven't and that I didn't seek help sooner. But telling people feels like signing away all of my
Autonomy.
autonomy. People around me have noticed it. I've been off or jumpy and paranoid, but I just brush it off. Professionals are urging me to tell people I just can't bring myself to. On the other hand, do you know how freaky it is to have multiple 10 to 20-minute phone calls or conversation with people only to be told they never happen? I really fucking wish there was a cure. That's crazy.
Please stop DMing me saying things like you're watching me or that I'm actually in another dimension.
Oh my god, I've even seen that. That's crazy. When I was 15 and 16, I worked at a restaurant and I did something extremely petty to prejudice guests. Does that got your attention?
Let's see what else.
Okay.
I keep getting the urge to randomly like people. Let's do that one.
Yeah, I read it.
Yeah. I don't know why. Obviously, I don't act on this urge because I don't want anybody to think I'm a creepy weirdo. But I don't know. I just want to feel the texture of someone's skin on my tongue. I get really weird about how much I just like feeling textures sometimes. Ha.
What the?
Yeah, don't act on it. It's weird. Stick to foods.
Yeah. Dude, I get it. For me, it's biting. I've
Me
to physically
too!
restrain myself from biting my boyfriend's arm sometimes. Not in a kinky way. Just so you see a bystander and just screams, jump. These are just weird tangled meat computers. As long
Literally
as you
me.
actually linking strangers on the subway, you're fine. What the f? That's crazy. Anyway, okay, I'm an extreme liar and I annoy people and I try to stop, but I can't.
Interesting. Oh,
I
this one's
got
kind of
this.
long. You got it? Okay.
Mm-hmm. I got one. Oh my god, I feel like I haven't talked in a minute. I swear. This is like crazy. Alright. I'm a teen male who currently lives in Hawaii. I won't say which island, but I'm moving back to my home state, California, really soon. Get him away. Get this liar away. I have an extreme lying problem and I'm hoping it will end soon. I don't lie about small things like taking a cookie or losing homework. Rather, I lie about my life and who I am and annoy a lot of people. I've lived in Hawaii for 3.5 years and
He's
I
lying.
really and I really hate it here. But my parents love it, so I don't have a choice. I really wanted to seem local, so I kept lying and saying I lived here since I was 4. I was in communities like local
Conservation.
conservation and didn't want to look like a total outcast. I've known some people here from around the time I moved here who still have no idea. Basically, I really hate this goddamn place and want to get out immediately, and I luckily will in May. I also lie to people about my identity as well. I'm fair skinned and I'm 3/4 Ashkenazi. I don't know, Jewish.
I don't know.
Yeah, and 1/4 Spanish and Central American. Since everyone hates white people, I say I'm half Hispanic, which I have to stop and just be true. I'm black. I also have a problem of being really annoying, and I was so hated that I had transferred schools out of my first high school. I kept yapping and being annoying to a girl I knew before I transferred to a public school where most of the bad things happened. I'm gay, and I was one of the 3 gay boy
Oh
bears.
my
The
god.
difference is that they were quiet and I wasn't. Obviously, I was severely bullied and called things like F by a lot of people, especially one boy. But the reason why I'm adding this is because I wasn't great either. I was so weird that I would go to couples and ask them about their sex lives. It was because I would joke with one couple about it together because we were friends and they would too. But it was really unfunny and dumb to say that to people and a complete invasion of privacy. I had so many conflicts with people. I yelled at my parents a lot before I found out I was moving, and I'm just hoping once I get back to California, I can leave this BS in Hawaii. I tried therapy, but I lied to my therapist as well. Just can't stop lying and being annoying and all this. What do you think I need to need to get this together?
What the fuck? No, I wish. It's actually confession. I'm pretty ashamed. He actually lives in Idaho! Is this a confession or do you need advice? Honestly, I'd say get into the habit of turning lies into jokes. If you can't stop yourself from speaking, just be like, hey, yesterday I saw a snake on the road. No, that's a lie. I didn't actually see a snake. Haha. California is a clean slate, not redemption arc. Stop trying to be interesting, be kind, be quiet, be consistent.
Boring you.
Chaotic
Yeah.
fake you, that's the glow up. Until you own your feelings and validate your authentic self, your life will be unfulfilling and empty. And don't be afraid of your truth. It's okay to be different. And the more you take that leap of faith and just stick to the truth, you will see people will accept you the way you are. You need to allow that to happen by being brave.
Love you advice, huh? Good advice.
The Idaho one was my favorite. Who the hell goes to the airport, leaves their keys in their car, and doesn't lock it?
Why do you keep spotting these ones? I'm a adult who still naps with their adult children. I don't know if that's good or bad.
I'm currently a Mormon missionary and I smuggled in a phone. I found $500 in cash in the middle of the LA Fitness parking lot and kept it. Like that time we found $400 in
Shh, it's a confession. We're not confessing. What if that's a crime or some shit?
How is that a crime?
I don't know.
It's not a crime, it's just
Yeah, I don't know.
ethically incorrect. But come on, we're all gonna do the same thing. Let's be for real.
I know.
I always stare at a woman's body whenever I'm out somewhere.
Okay, let's just.
Of course!
I'm a female
Oh!
myself, but I just can't stop looking at women's body. Like, for example, whenever I go to places like a restaurant or a party, I also catch myself staring at women. It's mostly like their chest or their curves. Because of this, I always feel disgusted and makes me feel like some pervert. Edit it. I do look away, and I try to try not to be weird about it. I'm always aware that everyone likes being stared at, so I try not to stare when I'm.
That not everyone
Okay,
likes being stared at.
yeah. It's just all this reading's killing me. I'm not gonna lie.
Please stop this butthurt nice guy BS already. Whoever's staring at a stranger is considered a perv or at least a weirdo by default. Doesn't matter if you're just admiring. No one likes to be stared at by a stranger, no matter how handsome you are.
That's
Like, this
crazy,
bitch doesn't
bruh.
stare at anybody. Let's be for real.
She
Everybody
probably
stares at
does.
someone at some point.
Once while waiting at a red light, I found myself staring at a girl's back. What did I do?
I don't know.
Oh,
What are you doing?
anyway, once while waiting at a red light, I found myself staring at a girl's backside. She was wearing jeans with embroidered pockets, and they looked amazing on her. Caps, amazing on her. I didn't snap out of it until someone honked at me because the light was green. Ha 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 ha. The female form is truly admirable. Otherwise, there wouldn't have been so many sculptures of it. Admiration isn't the same as perversion. I don't know, honestly. I have no comment with it. I don't know. I think there's limits to it, but like that one's crazy still. I threw something dangerous in a baptismal pool. When I was a kid, my mother played in church orchestra. I would often tag along when she went to rehearsal because I could go exploring the whole church building unsupervised it with it empty. One day when I was maybe 6 or 7, I ventured into the what? Oh, okay. One day when I was maybe 6 or 7, I ventured into the men's side of the baptismal pool when they would change into their robes. That felt devilish enough, just because girls shouldn't be over there. But then on a table, I spotted a package of nails. I don't know what possessed me to do it, but I grabbed a bunch and threw them into the water. I felt regret pretty quickly, but what could I do? Probably tell someone, but nah. Sunday came around and there was at least one person getting baptized. I was nervous, waiting for someone to cry out in pain from stepping on a nail. I guess there was some kind of miracle though. Either someone saw them and fished them out, or nobody ever stepped on them. The nails weren't on the cross this time. That's crazy.
Like I said, that was you. I still walk with the limp.
Okay,
I'll
go.
read that. Oh, okay. As someone who had an abortion in the past, they put knee. In the past.
Nah. Abortion, nah.
I faced medical issues. My sister mentioned she was pregnant and looking to abort. I immediately panicked. Supporting her choice to do what she wants, I asked her who at least was going to support her through this as I live out of the country. She said her boyfriend, and my heart sunk further. Not only was I the only one she felt confident enough to tell, the only one who would be going through it with they forgot the H. But we heard someone of the opposite sex with no knowledge of the female body and no awareness of medical issues that could arise. Someone who doesn't have a driver's license to hurry up and get her to the emergency room if she was in dire need.
That's crazy.
People drive without licenses though.
Yeah, true.
Now there's a reason she didn't want me to tell my mom. She's a complete narcissist and has I told you? Only grammar. It's a type of mentality. However, knowing this when I went through my abortion reluctantly and needed advice on what to do, I finally saw the human side of my mother and the compassion side that I've never seen. So in this moment, I thought there could be some understanding. I told my mom and swore her to secrecy a month after my sister told me. My mom had told me she had a meeting with her the other day about a adopted idea, but this was before I even mentioned anything to my mom about it. My mom was right. The my sister thought so poorly of her and that she would rather go through this alone than have her mother by her side, but said she would not say anything. Turns out my little sister overheard everything and told my sister, which led to my sister saying how I knew and was plotting and claimed to be spiritual and how I wanted to use her bad news to get my mom off my back from a boyfriend she had hated that I was marrying. I did not care about my mom's opinions of my boyfriend. Her being a narcissist and being the exact opposite of what she asked us to grow to be was why I paid no mind. I sincerely worried about my sister's health due to my own experience, but she's not talking to me at all and has no context, and my husband knows how much I was worried and sick and that I could be there for her through the process. P.S. I definitely have owned it. Just sharing my POV and perspective, I've come to terms with how wrong this was from her viewpoint and have grown from it. Not looking for forgiveness for her to start sharing and trusting things with me. I completely own this mistake. Just sharing to the community where we all have made mistakes, major or big. I'm brave enough and solid enough within myself to be able to fast up to something cold I did in my younger years.
I don't get it.
So basically, there's 3 sisters, okay? And I think she's the middle sister.
Okay.
So I don't know if it was the older sister got pregnant and she's gonna have an abortion, and she told the middle sister, but she didn't want her to tell anybody. But the mom was a narcissist, and that's why she didn't want anything from the mom. But then she felt like she had to tell the mom because of her own experience, because I guess she had an abortion. And so she tells the mom, and the mom gets all butthurt, but she's sworn into secrecy, so she can't tell the other sister. And then it ends up coming out because the little sister overheard and told them. And so now the sister who is going to have the abortion with her boyfriend is the support who doesn't have a license to drive her to the emergency room. I lost where I was going with that. But basically, yeah. It was a secret, and she told
Oh, just telling it.
That
was not.
And now the
juicy.
sister doesn't trust her. My sister and I had sexual relationship when we were younger.
Holy shit.
Oh
my god!
Why are they so damn long?
Yeah, no. Here, I lost my virginity when I was 12. I've been a slut ever since. That's crazy. Oh
Why
my
are they
god.
so long?
What's a confession? When I was 12, I went to sleep away. Summer
always
camp.
happens at
It's
summer
summer camp. I told you. It's always summer camp. Near a beach for 2 weeks. I've always loved the sea, and we were supposed to learn to surf. The camp was run by this 30-year-old red-headed man. I'll call him R. He had 4 people working under him, 1 woman and 3 men. When we arrived, we were separated into cabin groups. I was just with a group of 8 other 12-year-old girls. We were assigned one of the men, E, to supervise us. Before we went to sleep, he made all the girls kiss him That's crazy. Then one of the other men who isn't really part of the story told us not to masturbate in our beds. I remember being really shocked and embarrassed.
What the How do you let that happen and not say
Bro, I don't
anything?
know if we should finish this because this is YouTube, bro.
That's crazy.
Dude. Holy shit.
One of the other girls was fat and she got tired.
Yeah, never mind, bro. This is crazy, bro. No.
So she's been a slut ever since then?
Yeah, that's crazy. Read this one.
I had a sexual relationship with my dad until I was 15 and enjoyed it. I bought a backup of my wedding brand in case I lost it, which I did less than a year after marriage. This is actually so smart,
That is.
bro.
I heard our baby say dada before anyone I heard her say mama. I let my wife think mama was her first word.
Yeah, but a lot of people do that.
So this is better. This is better than the last one.
Yeah.
I hate almost everything he watches on YouTube, especially clips of shows. I would rather watch the TV show.
I absolutely love his brother. He's the worst, and I try to find all the excuses to bail. I think they meant bail. I love family events.
Sometimes I just want alone time and pretend I'm busy or tired so I can just chill by myself. It's not that I don't like hanging out. I just need a break sometimes. It's crazy.
He could have better friends.
Yeah. His mother's insufferable but harmful to adults with
Harmless.
okay. His mother's insufferable but harmless to adults with self-confidence and assertiveness.
Assuredness?
I don't even know. I don't trust her with my kid unsupervised, and I don't want her to have one-on-one a long time when he's old enough to comprehend her incessant. What? Next. I can't even read.
I miss this from 10 years ago.
Damn. Her favorite kind of music is absolutely least favorite kind of music. That is crazy. Her lasagna tastes horrible. She snores louder than me, and that's a lot. I know he kisses my cheek every day before he leaves for work. I'm usually still asleep when he has to leave. Ever since we started spending nights together, if he had to leave while I was asleep, he would give me the sweetest light kiss. I never tell him I know because I don't want to ruin the sweetness of it all. But I'll cherish every kiss as long as I live.
That's so cute.
Oh, that's so cute. He still talks about a time when our former roommate ate his candy without asking. I think I may have gotten high and been the one who ate it. The shirt they got me for my birthday's fucking stupid. I don't want to be his everything. I want him to reconnect with his friends and have a life outside of our kids, myself, and his job. That's crazy.
No, I want you all for me.
Sometimes I wonder if I'm in the right relationship and if my partner is truly for me. I always come around to the answer is yes. This is my first long relationship, and my entire life I've had unrealistic expectations for what love looks like, feels like, and what it truly means. Wow. This one. That she is just like her mother.
Damn.
That's crazy.
I hate having to tell him to shower. It makes me feel like his mother. You know what? I hate having to tell you to pick up your damn clothes in the hallway.
This is not your confession. This is...
Well, that was one of my confessions. I have no clue what he's talking about when he rants about his nerdy superhero comics and shows and games, but I love to see him take his time to enjoy anything at all. Past that, though, I don't care about any of it. I ask questions because he clearly wants me to talk more about it, though.
Why are you laughing?
Nothing.
What?
It's kind of relatable.
Bro.
There was about a 2-week wait between when we were approved to adopt our dog and the day we took her home. During that time, I would go every day to the shelter and spend a few hours with the dog by myself to bond with the puppy. The dog likes me a lot more than my wife and is super jealous sometimes. Wow.
You monster!
I promised I would never donate my husband's clothes without asking, and I never have. I have, however, started to keep a secret box for those V-neck shirts, and he takes off the hanger. Wears for 5 minutes! I remember he doesn't like V-necks and throws it in the laundry! That's exactly what you do! You wear all your clothes for 5 minutes and throw the ones that are still folded in the laundry.
Stop confessing, bro. Okay, my husband is the only golden child, and it shows in everything he does. Coming from the oldest of 4, it can be a really big turn off. I find his hairs in the showers about as much as I find my own, which corresponds with his hair thinning a bit on the top.
He's blind as a bat without his glasses, so he doesn't see the hairs in the shower. As far as I know, he doesn't realize he's beginning to thin on the crown area. Even though I find him as sexy as ever and love him no matter his hair status, I will not be telling him, as I know it would probably affect his self-esteem.
Damn, no, you need to tell him so he can do something about it.
He loves him.
Dog, when he's bald, he can't get his hair back.
I put his clothes out on top of the laundry basket so he can find them easier in the morning, but still feel like he was the one who... still feel like he was the one who found him.
I no longer believe in our religion. In any religion. Oh my god.
During the pandemic, we were international students who lost our part-time jobs. Money was tight, even for paying rent. Every time we ate, I told my boyfriend, now fiancé, that I was full and ate less so we could eat more, even though I was still hungry.
Aww. Damn, bruh. Mom and Dad had... Mom and Dad had been married for 30 years. Mom dies sudden at 54. Dad gets engaged. He brings my mom's wedding band and his jewelry to have them melted down together to make 2 new rings. Luckily, I knew the jeweler who called me and told me what was going on. I asked him to hold the rings and use some other gold. My dad's remarried, has since died, and nobody but me and my friends know about it. Makes me sad when I think about it.
If I died and you got remarried, I'd haunt you and haunt the bitch.
Well, what do you want me to do? Okay, what?
Die with me.
Damn! That's scary, man. Yeah. We'd have to talk about, like, what could we do about it? You know? Like, are you scratching your eye?
Is that itches?
You can get pink eye, bruh.
No.
We should probably call it, huh? Like,
Damn.
I'm scared. Alright. That's it.
Bye, guys.